If I were to rank top 3 hands in Kengan Asura, number 1 would be Genzai, number 2 would be Rihato, and number 3 would be the main man himself, Julius. Bruh, look at those hands. It's undulating. His hands got a life of its own. It's got double sun power! The man facing these fists of glory is Mr. Pineapple, a warrior bent on proving to the heavens themselves that he is the strongest. If anyone reads Kingdom, he reminds me of this guy. They are basically the same character. Anyway, what the hell did Julius do? During the beginning of the match, he was utterly dominated by Mr. Pineapple. It only took him a few exchanges to lay low the handyman. So what gives? Over the time skip, all the fighters who participated in the Annihilation tournament have trained and grown significantly. Julius is no exception. By the look of his guns, I have come to the conclusion that he did partial training, but not in the way that we think. Partial training is basically torture. It consists of breaking bones over and over again in order to make them practically unbreakable. Genzai, over the course of his entire life, has done this to every part of his body. During the Annihilation tournament, his opponents were able to break his fingers, but this didn't stop him from using his iconic technique, the Devil Lance. Other fighters like Sa Piang and Zhao Long were able to strengthen parts of their body for both defensive as well as offensive capabilities. But the way Julius differs from this group is that he is already very durable. His physical stats are off the charts. He was chained up to a race car, and at top speed, Julius didn't give an inch. If that was anybody else, they would have died. Therefore, Julius has no need for partial training, because he's already very tough. There is no way anybody would be able to shatter his bones. However, what he does need is a way to bypass very dense muscles, or muscles that have become absorbent. What I think he did was that he partially trained his hands in such a manner that he's able to contort how his muscles move, like a drill creating a hole through concrete. I believe this is what he did, because you could see his fist make imprints upon Pineapple's torso, which would be impossible because he was limp. But if Julius was able to circulate his fists, it would be easier to penetrate his body. However, there are a few problems with this theory. 1. We don't have any observations from the rest of the fighters at all. My observations come from the images portrayed in the chapter, so I'm basically picking at straws. 2. Partial training isn't shown to forcefully move muscles in an unnatural manner. The only thing close to an uncanny structural motion would be the serial killer dude or Hanafusa, both of whom are completely outside the realm of underground martial arts. But that's my theory about the power which Julius wields. I know it sounds like complete nonsense, but so is the advance. So I think it could fit in the lore of Kengan Asura. Hope you have a good day, and remember to stay safe.